They say that danger lurks around every corner, but for some places in the world, this is more true than others. Unfortunately, the places being referred to are often some of the most beautiful and tourist-worthy. Ironic, right? Just like some of the most dangerous cities in the world are the ones that beckon travelers the most. But some of the dangerous locations mentioned here can be potentially deadly, so these aren't warnings you should ignore lightly. Instead, take all precautions when visiting the most dangerous places in the world.
Death Road, extremely dangerous road. North Yungas Road is known as the Death Road for all the right reasons that you can guess. Driving up or down this 43-mile, 69-kilometer switchback is extremely dangerous because of fog, landslides, waterfalls, and cliffs falling 2,000 feet, 610 meters, in each turn. Until 1994, almost 300 drivers were killed every year, justifying its nickname and putting it in the list of the most dangerous places to visit in the world. The road extends far enough to connect the Amazon rainforest to the capital city, surrounded by mountainous terrain. This means that merchants were not unusual to cram into trucks and buses trying to sell their wood and crops in the area. The hairpin turns, however, were not wide enough for each vehicle, further leading many trucks to go down with people and their livelihoods. Snake Island, the deadliest place on Earth. There is an island about 25 miles off Brazil's coast where no local would ever dare to walk. There are rumors that the last fisherman who strayed too close to his shores was found drifting in his boat days later, lifeless in a blood pool. The mysterious island is known as Ilha de Queimada Grande, and setting foot there is reportedly so dangerous that the Brazilian government has made it illegal for anyone to visit. The biggest threat the island poses is its colonies of golden lancehead snakes, which are a variety of pit viper species. One bite will kill a grown man within a few hours, the venom burning through flesh and causing the victim to bleed to death. Luckily, Snake Island is the only place you'll find this particular snake, with a population of between 2,000 to 4,000 of them living on this small island. Lake Natron, the most inhospitable area on Earth. There may be a ring of pretty salt marshes around the edges of Lake Natron, but don't let them fool you. This inhospitable lake in North Tanzania is more like a lake of fire, with temperatures that range from 120 degrees Fahrenheit to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. If that wasn't enough to scare you off, the waters have high levels of natron, i.e. the acidic sodium carbonate decahydrate, which is corrosive to human flesh and eyes. The pH level of the lake can reach over 12 depending on rainfall or lack thereof. Despite this, red-hued cyanobacteria call the lake their home and turn the water pretty colors of pink, red, and orange. The lake is also the breeding ground of 2.5 million lesser flamingos, amazingly. Oymyakon experiences an extreme climatic condition. In the heart of Siberia is the tiny Russian village of Oymyakon. Although it's a permanently inhabited place, only about 500 people dare to live here due to it being one of the coldest places on Earth. The lowest temperature ever recorded was negative 96.2 degrees Fahrenheit. Barely any crops can grow, so lack of food availability is an issue, and it's mostly not safe to be outside for periods of time due to the high risk of hypothermia and death. It's even too cold for mobile phones to work here. Nonetheless, the few hundred who remain tough it out. Death Valley, most extreme place on Earth. Sitting between California and Nevada, Death Valley National Park is a land of extreme heat. With the highest recorded temperature of 56.6 degrees Celsius, it's officially the hottest place on Earth. And the valley's name is well deserved, with some hikers losing their lives to the extreme conditions in the past. The sun's concentrated energy here is deadly and downright uncomfortable, even though over 1 million visitors head to the park every year to see the Badwater Basin. The sailing stones on Racetrack Playa are also a big pull, thanks to their mystery. But the extremes switch during winter when the temperatures plunge and occasionally reach freezing during the nights. The rainy seasons in the surrounding mountains also bring the dangers of flash floods to the valley. Skeleton Coast, harsh climate. Skeleton Coast is spread across the south of Angola to the north of Namibia. It stretches from the Cunene River, south, to the Swakop River. The Skeleton Coast ranks in the list of the deadliest places on Earth because of its harsh climate, and it offers almost zero chance of survival. The weather, hot winds, and lack of food and water makes it difficult for travelers to explore this silent place. Apart from harsh climatic conditions, the area is filled with bones of numerous animals, bones of whales, elephants, turtles, seals, etc., giving a sour appearance to the place. Apart from natural conditions, human threats, gang violence, and robbery make it unfit for tourists to explore the place. Undoubtedly, it is among the most dangerous places on Earth. Danakil Desert, a volcanically active area. One of the most uninhabited environments in the world is the Danakil Desert in East Africa. With temperatures that usually exceed 50 degrees Celsius, the Danakil Desert in northeastern Ethiopia is as uninhabitable as it gets. 3 tectonic plates are slowly diverging in this geological depression, so volcanoes abound. Geysers belch toxic fumes, making both the ground and the air a safety hazard. Even a short visit would dramatically impact your health thanks to the likelihood of poisoning from concentrated sulfuric vapors. There's always the possibility of eruptions, too, with the area being consistently volcanically active. The huge salt pans and hydrothermal fields and bright sulfur yellows and deep blues are mesmerizing, though it's so remote and dangerous not many tourists venture here. Gates of Hell, Door to Hell. The Turkmenistan Darvaza gas crater is known as the Gates of Hell. It is a natural gas field within an underground cave. Geologists set it on fire to prevent methane gas from spreading, and it has been burning since 1971. It is located in the middle of the Karakum Desert, about 260 kilometers north of Turkmenistan's capital, near the village of Derwiz, Ashgabat. The gas reserve that has been discovered here is one of the world's most extensive natural gases. Locals gave the name Door to Hell to the area, referring to the explosion, boiling mud, and orange flames in the large crater, 70 meters, 230 feet, in diameter. The hot spots spread across an area 60 meters, 200 feet, long and roughly 20 meters, 66 feet, deep. North Sentinel Island, forbidden, dangerous, and mysterious place. North Sentinel Island is situated in the Andaman Islands and is considered one of the most dangerous places in the world for tourists to visit. On a secluded island in the Indian Ocean, there's a tribe of indigenous people that attacks anybody who attempts to visit. The island has been named both the hardest to visit and the most dangerous on the planet. India has banned its citizens from visiting North Sentinel Island or attempting to make contact with the people who live there. Going within 3 miles of the island is illegal. The Sentinelese people are known for their violence and unwillingness to communicate with any outsiders. Little is known about the square island where they live, largely because it is covered in forest. 2 fishermen who washed up on shore in 2006 were quickly attacked and murdered by the tribe. When helicopters from the Indian Coast Guard fly overhead, whether on reconnaissance missions or dropping off parcels of food for the people, they are met with arrows and stones. John Allen Chow, a missionary, was said to have been killed with arrows when he landed on North Sentinel on November 17th. He was trying to convert the protected people to Christianity. Indian officials should abandon efforts to retrieve the body of an American missionary reportedly killed by an endangered tribe in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, a rights group says. Survival International says any attempt is incredibly dangerous for both the Sentinelese tribesmen and officials. Madidi National Park, a jungle paradise. Most national parks are places of wonder, and Madidi is no different. But there's a sharp element of danger here. Not only do a high number of dangerous predators lurk in its lush greenery, but the plants themselves can be severely poisonous. Severe itching, dizziness, and rashes aren't uncommon from contact with the flora, and any tiny scratch or cut could be assailed by tropical parasites. The only way you are allowed to experience this place is with an experienced guide. Fraser Island, Australia. From rainforests to beaches, danger can be found just about anywhere. Fraser Island looks like a perfect piece of paradise with its inviting turquoise waters and smooth pale sands, but this remote island is home to many deadly creatures. poisonous spiders and wild dingoes that prove to be truly aggressive lay claim to this piece of land, and the waters belong to sharks and deadly jellyfish. So stick to climbing the Sydney Harbour Bridge for your thrills, rather. Skellig Michael Mountain, Ireland. Although tourism to this spot is on the rise since its appearance in Star Wars: The Force Awakens, it's still a pretty dangerous place to go to Skellig Michael Mountain. It's a rocky, rugged island with wild waves surrounding it and 600 uneven stone steps to navigate if you want to reach the ancient monasteries. Oftentimes the seas are too rough or tides are too high for boats to dock, and rock falls and challenging weather make the uphill hike even more treacherous. As a result, the government only grants 4 boat licenses for this location each year, and the number of tourists allowed to visit has been limited.
So there you have it, the most dangerous places for humans to venture forth and explore in the world. But that doesn't mean you can't visit them at all. Often an experienced tour guide or viewing from the safe distance of a helicopter ride is all you need to experience these iconic locations. But do your research before you go, just like you should before visiting the most dangerous cities in Europe or other parts of the world. Thanks for watching.